Yeah, 7th time was the charm on the intro, but we got it! No, anyways, welcome in again, ladies and gentlemen, to yet another race here. Oh, man. Gotta love VLC players some nights when it just doesn't want to work with you for the intro. Anyway, so we got a race just about to start up here. Let me flip this on over. As you can see, on the left-hand side, we got Zwiki22. He's going to be taking on Pokedude97 this evening. And again, in the AFC North, which is getting really, really tightly contested, Zwiki really needs a win here to tie himself up with Magic D250 at 8-7 on the season. So again, what we're going to do here, for those that are new, we do a best 2 out of 3 race, both using Isaac in the same Platinum God save file. We're going to do a race through the womb 2 each time, so you have to kill off Mom's heart. When you do that, that person's going to get a point down at the bottom of the screen. Excuse me again, sorry about that. They're going to get a point at the bottom of the screen. We'll reset both racers and start from scratch again. They do have every item unlocked. There's 7 banned items on the way down, which the bot works. I can actually link this now. Haha, sweet. So let me link this out here. There's 7 banned items nobody's allowed to take on the way down. Which, again, you probably won't see them unless you're really lucky and you actually get to see these. But they're Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Ipecac, Dead Sea Scrolls, Holy Bible, Toothpicks, and the Shovel. You can D6 any of those, but only those 7 items. And again, D6 is outlawed against everything else, which is take it or leave it. We'll get to reasons why on any of those items, if they do show up, Toothpicks are the only takeable ones out of there. So again, we'll get to reasons why on everything should they show up here. Pretty much everything else, all these racers know, though. So again, if you guys can hear me and you're ready to go, you want to fire some shots around the room, I'll get your countdown going for you. I'll get you a link into both of their channels, by the way. If I could spell. And there's a link from catguard.net to both of their channels. These two are both ready to go, so let me do this countdown for you guys. And again, good luck in 3, 2, 1. And whenever you're ready, feel free to take off. And again, best of luck to both Zwiki and Pokedude here. This one's gonna be good, guys. Yeah, the 6-sided die, basically, is what I'm referring to. Alright, we're off and running. Zwiki not so happy with that first one, so not gonna take up his hairball. Poke gonna be running momentarily, though. There we go. So again, best of luck to both of you guys. Poke gonna definitely reset the Anarchist Cookbook. Zwiki happy with his first item, though, is grab the Miter. 50% chance now that any red heart spawn will be a blue soul heart for him. And again, speaking of good first items, Pokedude also grabbed himself a great one with Tooth Shot. So every now and then, there's one of them, you're gonna see a Tooth Fire out as one of Poke's tiers. And again, those are damage multipliers and big damage up when they do land. So very nice, and again, it is random damage up, but very nice damage up on the first floor. Alright, so on into the first boss fight here for Zwiki. Ooh, bad timing on the bomb as Larry decided just to follow him and stick him in the corner with that poop it spawned. Wow, was that evil. So again, find Larry Jr. here. Poke into his first boss fight. Everybody's favorite horseman, Famine. Wow, that was a bug that just landed on my arm. Sorry for that slapping noise. Anyways, dead bug is dead. First things first, so let's say hey to Famine if you would. Ew, that is dead bug all over my arm too. Lovely. So again, both in the same room, very slight damage advantage on Zwiki's side on the left. Yeah, it was a bug, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it isn't anymore, but at one point it was. Anyways, Poke's going to wind up with 1 cube of meat orbiting around him that'll block shots and do 7 damage to anything it comes in contact with. More and more horsemen you fight, more and more cubes of meat you build up. More and more that'll build into Meat Boy for you. Got a box of items for Zwiki, so one of just about everything. I'll move away from that troll bomb, which is one of the options, believe it or not. And that happens more often than not. Lucky Toe means more chance, about 10% more chance of getting an extra item out of either item rock, end of room, or any treasure chest. And sadly, I did not see what was in Poke's room that he left behind, but already has found his item room. Savade, one of the girls at the bar. I can't imagine that's one of the better pickup lines on Earth. That does work for anybody, props to you. I'll give you that much right there. It's Chocolate Milk, thank you. Alright, so Chocolate Milk was in Pokedude97. Oh, man. Anyways, either you can charge your shot with that, or basically make your own fire rate, depending on how fast you can actually spam your shot buttons. There you see a death card working some wonders there for Zwiki. Doesn't have to worry about waiting for enemies to get out of the middle of those rocks, just goes ahead and kills them off. Also a great find in his store on the second floor here. Mom's Purse at half price. So he'll have 2 trinket spots now. We'll be able to add something else onto that Lucky Toe, not just replace it. Alright, Poke, though, already on his second boss fight, fighting against Monstro, and already about halfway through these two. And nothing exceptionally scary, just gotta watch out for all the shots. One's usually gonna jump at a time, so you also have to watch that shadow coming down on top of you. Alright, Pageant Boys, so let's see some of those yes crowns. There'll be a couple of cents there for Poke. He's up to 10 now. Grab himself his full heal, 1 extra soul heart, and be on down to the caves. And get himself a Curse of Darkness means no mini-map for Pokedude, though immediately again finding his item room, so he won't have much to worry about other than finding his boss fight here. And Zwiki also looking at his boss fight to finish off the basement. Yes crown, no! 1 out of 3 don't agree. 2 out of 3 BOILeR fans agree. No crown. Alright, let's see. Lard on Poke's side. He's thinking about this. That adds onto your size, drops your speed, but does give you 2 heart containers. He's going to pass on it. That extra size and speed decrease a little bit risky unless you can find something else. Again, reasoning behind that. Let's say you come across a small rock. That also gives you movement speed down. But now you may have to leave that behind, along with its damage up and fire rate increase, because you already have too little speed. So it's a little bit of a risk there, and that's why Poke, at least for now, is leaving it behind. He can go back a little bit later, still pick it up if he wants to, or runs a little low on health, for example. So another health container, a little bit of shot speed increase. Ooh, yeah, that devil deal. You got Demon Baby on the left, Guppy's head on the right. Zwiki really considering this. Ooh, gonna take Demon Baby, I'll be damned. I figured it would have been Guppy thing, but he'll take Demon Baby to follow around behind. That'll automatically fire out against anything that gets near it, and there you see that little red shot's gonna aim directly at anything too, so it's a pretty useful little pro. Again, it can kind of troll you though. If you're not expecting it to shoot, or you don't want it to shoot, let's say against, I can't think of the word now, bomb flies. It can kind of troll you sometimes, so you gotta be very careful. Ooh, that dime chime. I love it, Zwiki waited till last to pick it up so he could hear it. You know full well that's why Zwiki waited on that dime till last, up to 18 cents now after his secret room. And again, Poke already finding his boss fight. Gonna have that decision to make about the lard back in his item room, though. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Let's say you have these enemies here that Poke's got. Notice he's not firing until he knew he was far enough away not to take that damage. Demon Baby could troll you into getting face planted by that. So again, it's a bit of a risk, but pretty nice damage coming out of that still. So I happen to like it, but yes, it is a risk, and a lot of erasers aren't too fond of it. Yeah, maybe kind of ish crown? May as well for the sake of having an awesome crowd. I like Fates too. Ooh, very early Polaroid, so there's that second trinket spot filling up on Zwiki's side. And again, very early Polaroid find. Got quite a few of those today, actually, now that I think about it. See, pills for Poke, puberty does nothing. Same thing with that I found pills and ate them, still obviously absolutely nothing on that. See, 2 hearts would double up the amount of red hearts you have filling your heart containers. Zwiki also, keep in mind, holding out of that Yum Heart, which would fill up 1 red heart container for him every few rooms that it charges. What's up, Kodo? How you doing? Nope, we haven't missed too much at all. We just started this one up, actually. We had one other race earlier where Logcat beat New York Video Game Freak. Was it 2-1? Yes, it was. I had to think about that. Jeez. Was it even 30 minutes ago? I can't remember the score. Jeez. Anyways, like I was saying, we've had one other race tonight, so you haven't missed too much yet. Ooh, there's that Guppy's Head free of charge now for Zwiki, so even though it showed up in the Devil Deal, completely different item pool he was pulling from here off of that red chest, so he found himself Guppy's Head yet again. Replaces his D6, and that's going to spawn a few friends till the end attack flies every room for Zwiki. Oh, shush, Pandora. I don't want to hear about it. Obviously, I'm kidding, but nonetheless, shush. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so keep coming across his boss fight. No item room, which means that's going to be all the way on the far side here. So I'll check out his store instead. Might as well. Steam sale make everything else from here on in stores half off. So again, paying only 3 cents for that key that he spent to get in. Gonna hang on to 2 cents, head on into his boss fight, and take on Peep here in Caves 1. And right now, Poke doing a little bit of gambling in Caves 2. And actually, I said replace his D6. That was a Yum Heart Zwiki was holding on to, now that I'm really doing the math here. Ooh, should have hit that 2 of Hearts Zwiki down back to the very beginning. Alright, new first item. Once again, Demon Baby again, this time free of charge for Zwiki, so we'll start off with the same thing he had rolling for him last time. Again, doesn't have to spend any hearts this run. So let's get a quick Judgy Please over on the left side. And no such luck, so gee, thanks Judgy. You're being such a bro. Zwiki will move on over to his boss fight, which Poke's looking at his to finish off the caves. Gonna go find his item room first, as he's got the 3 keys to get in. People skip pills because they can give you a lot of stats down very easily unless you got something like the PhD or the Luckfoot. Alright, a little bit of health up there. One more container for Zwiki. He'll be onto his second floor. And Poke's still on the search for this item room. Should be about 1 or 2 more rooms away here, I'd say, up on the side. Or up on the top here. Yeah, because that's, well, technically it is on the side. Ha, I was right the first time. Yeah. Except I wasn't. Anyway, safety cap on Zwiki's side. Gonna be more chance of pill spawns for him. And might as well check out the curse room. He's had pretty good luck so far. Nothing in this one for him. Golden Poop, if nothing else. Poke's gonna find some more money. Well, let me rephrase that. Either money or chance of more money because of the counterfeit penny out of that. And speaking of that counterfeit penny, now every time Poke picks up a coin, excuse me, he's got a chance it adds 1 cent onto that. So pennies might be worth 2 cents, nickels might be worth 6, for example. And speaking of money, we got one there. If you're wondering why Poke put those fires out, those will shoot at you. So he wanted to make sure that he could dodge these on the outside of the room and be very clear of them. Got that Forever Alone attack fly. I saw the 1 bomb usage. Another yes crown, so more money on Zwiki's side. And again, that attack fly will be putting in some work for him. He's got a Caves XL floor as well, so 2 Caves floors combined together into 1. That could save a lot of time or really hinder Zwiki, as we've seen this evening. Some of these XL floors have not been nice. One up now on Poke's side, so just like you would think, if you were to die, you come back to life with full red heart containers. And that's full, not 4. Full. Whatever you happen to have, you get that many when you come back to life. And finally finding that item room here. See, Judas' tongue now for Zwiki. If he happens across a Devil Deal, any red heart Devil Deal will only cost him 1. Doesn't matter what item it is. Blue heart deals still cost 3, but the red ones only cost 1. So speaking of that Forever Alone attack fly, oh, why the heck not? Poke will pick his up as well, so both working with that attack fly. That'll do a lot of damage for him if they line it up. Let this refresh now that I'm thinking about it. Oh wow, it actually says I'm on excellent stream configuration for once. Ha ha! It actually knows I'm on constant bitrate tonight. Something corrected itself. Sweet. I was gonna say, I knew I wasn't screwing anything up. I was pretty sure it wasn't my fault. That makes me feel a lot better. Alright, so speed down. There is one of the reasons why you don't see many of our racers taking pills. Poke getting that speed down means he is going to be not necessarily crawling yet, but he's getting towards that no speed zone. Ah, there's my emotes back. I sees him again. Ah, so nice. So normal. Ooh, Zwiki's found his back-to-back boss fights. I was just about to explain. We got those back-to-backers on Caves XL, well, on any XL floor for that matter. He has not found either of these item rooms yet, though, and it is looking like he's going to head back. I don't blame him in the slightest bit. Ooh, maybe not. Just the bomb. Zwiki just wanted the bomb. He's going to head to his 2 boss fights. Interesting. So first one being the Husk Champion version, for that matter. Nothing real frightening, just gotta watch out for those Tammy's head type shots. And though not having all that much speed, not always that bad of a thing. I'm kind of like Poke. I don't necessarily want to run as fast as I can. I don't mind having 1 speed down. You give me any more than that, it becomes a serious issue for me to dodge. But 1 speed down, I can deal with. Poke not doing too bad either. Got through that peep fight very quickly. Couple of fire rate increase with that wire coat hanger. Ooh. And 2 guppy items. Yeah, I'd probably nab them both at this point. Ooh, he's not going to. I'll be damned. So only Guppy's Paw going with him, so he'll be able to turn any red heart container he has, as you just saw, into 3 soul hearts each. So 2 lives at this point, and again, sitting at, I can't do math, 6.5 blue hearts on this one. Yeah, what's up, Slack Pack? Wow, I can't talk this evening. How y'all doing? Jeez Louise, I can't talk. What's up, everybody from Slack's channel? Good to see you guys. Damn raiders. My raid hole was not prepared. Good to see you guys. How y'all doing this evening? Yeah, what's up, Aya? How you doing this evening? I'm the best at math. 1 + 1 = Rydia. 1 + Rydia equals awesome. See? Math. I'm good at it. For those who don't know, Rydia is from Final Fantasy IV. It's an ongoing joke in the channel. Just roll with it. Alright, where are these item rooms? They gotta be up in this corner somewhere. We gotta at least find one of them. Oh, Lord. Alright, well, at least we got the store on Zwiki's side. I'm hanging on to some money. Not really enough to make it worthwhile to even check, though. I'd hang on to the 2 keys for the item rooms. What have the Raiders done to deserve it? They're from Oakland. They deserve everything. No, I'm kidding. But I'm Tish. I'll be here all week. NFL jokes are bad, folks, and I just made a terrible one, so yeah. What's up, Hyper? How you doing? Hyper Mocha, to make sure I got the rest of the name right there. How you doing tonight? Alright, sooner or later, I swear, there's one of them. At least we got one of the item rooms for now. The other one should be at the end of this hallway, I think, for Zwiki. First one, a little chat. Every couple of rooms, that'll spawn half a red heart for him. And again, you noticed it glitched out giving Brother Bobby for that room. I'll be damned, it's over on the other one. To the middle! By God, we're gonna get the second item room, folks. That's a kind of weird layout for an XL floor, though. You wouldn't even know that's an XL floor. Interesting. The only way you'd know right now is because of those 2 back-to-back boss fights that he'd been through. There's that second item room finally. Still doesn't lay out like an XL floor would, though. Alright, second being the Peeper, so that'll pop out one of Zwiki's eyes, let that float around the room and damage anything he comes in contact with. And again, having already finished off his 2 boss fights, he's going to fly right on down to his depths after this. So we'll catch up to the same floor Poke's on. He's just looking for an item room himself, already knows the location of that boss fight, so he'll beeline right back there afterwards. I kind of can't remember, but I think because he's Isaac, he gets the 3 red hearts again. I really don't remember, though, what happens if Poke dies in that 1-up and X at this point. I think he gets the 3 reds. I really don't remember, though. Maybe nothing. So we'll see. Oh god, that room. Yeah, I'd be running the hell out of here like Poke's doing at the moment. No thank you. And again, Zwiki waiting out a loading screen error himself, so this will take a moment or two. Flash will wind up being a bro at some point, and let him see. There we go. Ooh, and it flashes through, and he got himself a Depths XL floor, so his second XL floor in a row. So 2 Depths floors combined together into 1. And now it's going to be very hard to tell who's got the advantage. Man, that's a real tough call. Poke's found one of his 2 special rooms on Depths 1, and now technically Zwiki has as well, so I guess we're technically dead even? If you want to look at it like that, it's really hard to call a leader at this point, though. And that orbital just put in some work and save Pokedude a little bit of damage there. Yep, Lust and, let's see, some of the other enemies, like War. When you knock War off of his horse, if you have speed down, you're in a lot of trouble, because he's going to hug you. He will faceplant you instantly, because he will be right up on you. Ooh, and speaking of why that attack fly control you, there is your problem. So when you come back to life, after using up all those red heart containers, Poke has nothing. He cannot get hit. That full health pill obviously does nothing for you either there, sadly. So I might as well just get rid of it at this point. Poke, one more try to get through this room. Can't get touched, though, until he gets some health up, hopefully. Anything would do. Yeah, he used up all of his red heart containers on his first life. Alright, so still on the great search for keys. Zwiki with one of those item rooms located. Can't get into it yet. Poke into his here for Depths 1. Wasn't really worth searching that much unless maybe you get a blue heart out of this. Maybe you get 2 with the Balls of Steel pill? Or fire rate increase. That was pretty lucky that that wasn't... By the way, at this point... actually, no, that would turn because he's still Isaac at this point. I take it back. So it would still be okay. He can't kill himself with those pills. So a little bit lucky there, but nonetheless... Yeah, at least it wasn't a champion version when Poke went back in there. That's a good thing about being able to respawn rooms, is sometimes you get rid of champion versions of enemies. Speaking of, and speaking of War for that matter, how about Champion War over on Zwiki's side? Yeah, talk about them, they show up. Oh god, the bloat. Yeah, that's just brutal. Especially with the speed down, Poke didn't even have enough time to react to get out of the way of that brimstone shot. He was pretty screwed there. The second he walked in the door, he was pretty screwed on that one. So again, Champion War now on Zwiki's side, as he's got a pretty good lead looking himself in the face. Question is, how's his speed looking? And so far, so good. War's catching up. That's a little risky, especially with... Okay, good timing on that. I was going to say the Peeper will move your bombs, as you just saw. And that got a little risky on Zwiki's side. But 1 cube of meat orbiting around him. Speaking of orbitals, Poke picking up the Sacrificial Dagger. That'll do 17 damage to anything it comes in contact with. And again, utilizing that quite well there. Once again, Team Bean, assemble. As Zwiki heads back for his item room, so he's going to be able to poison anything nearby him now, once per room with that bean. He'll go looking for a second item room now. There's that poison effect we were talking about. And here's exactly what Zwiki wanted to come across. Blue Larry Jr. means as soon as that dies, 1 soul heart's gonna spawn. And keep in mind, the more rooms he clears, little Chad's gonna spawn half red hearts for him soon here. I think he's just about due for that spawn, actually. Yeah, Isaac's base tier damage is 3.5. So that should tell you how exponentially better that thing is when it makes contact. That's a really powerful item. Again, though, you have to get something real close to you, and you risk taking damage in the process, so a bit risky, but if you got something that makes you invincible, too, that can really be really overpowered. Let me give you a link here. Squatting Walrus. Wow, I had to make sure I got your name right. Squatting Walrus. Now I'm sure I got it. Let me give you a link here. Or a listing, I should say. There you go. There's a listing of your 7 banned items. You can only D6 against those. Basically, if you don't have your D6 anymore, it's basically you just have to walk away from the item. Nothing you can do about it. Actually, yeah, they are muted. You just need to refresh. Alright, where is this other item room? At least we're going to keep being able to go across... Wow, man, this map on Zwiki's side. What is with this XL floor? This one looks like an XL floor as opposed to his caves. Wow, and it just keeps going. This is going to be somewhere over on the left-hand side. It's a matter of how many more rooms we have to clear. Speaking of rooms, Poke finding a really good one with his item room and boss fight attached to it. And look at that, the enemy just like, oh look, a bomb that's going to explode. I'll just walk right on that. Thank you, AI. Celtic Cross for Pokedude's going to give him a 33% chance that if he does take damage, now he gets a 5-second damage shield where he's invincible, and you'll see it. And if that does pop up, he can faceplant anything. Again, really good item synergy with that sacrificial dagger. Finally coming across your second item room here on the depths. So let's see what Zwiki gets for the last one. Ooh. Unicorn Horn or Team Bean? Wow, that's decision time. I might take the Unicorn Horn. Yeah, I'm with Zwiki on this one. So 5 seconds of invincibility and damage dealing as you put a Unicorn Horn onto your head. I don't know why he's taking this route, but fair enough. I'd have just walked around again. Would have taken a while, but I'd have just walked around again just to play it safe. He wants more hearts out of little Chad, though, I'm assuming. Or that full one. That'll work out even better. So, working out well. I'll take back exactly what I just said. Either way, not gonna have a charge on that Unicorn Horn for his boss fight now, as he had to utilize it a couple of rooms ago, but he'll be on into his mom's foot. Regular Grey Mom, so nothing scary. Let's see, will he hang down by the bottom? Nope, he's gonna make use of the center of the room here to make sure he gets rid of all the extra enemy spawns. And against Grey Mom, I don't mind this method unless you have something like Poke and you've got the sacrificial dagger. Then I would do the door strats. But again, with only the 1 cube of meat, yeah, he's got the attack fly, but I'd probably make sure I got rid of the extra enemies first. Slack's like, nope, I'm taking the bean, no question. I don't think it gives me enough extra damage output as opposed to the Unicorn Horn. It takes longer to charge that, but I don't know, it's a real tough call. I think I'd rather have the Unicorn Horn in that situation. And another short floor here for Pokes. He's going to move on to fight the Hollow. Alright, hoping he gets... I was gonna say, hoping Zwiki gets that last little bit of damage on the foot. I'll wait for it to come back down. There we go. I was gonna say, you cannot kill off one of the eyeballs in that situation. Zwiki would have run a huge risk there of dying. So both finishing off their fights, moving on to their next floor. Zwiki down into the womb. Poke to Caves 2. Yeah, Zwiki was right at the edge of his seat on that one, too, I'm sure. That was a absolute, like, I haven't breathed in the last minute moment. And then you have to kickstart your heart afterwards. And yes, I just made a really terrible musical joke without realizing it, and I apologize. Motley Crue. Why? Again, these trolling little enemies, I hate those things that Zwiki was facing. Those will take forever to kill. But again, down in the womb here, no item rooms, no stores to look for. You're just looking to find your boss fight. Maybe if you're lucky, a library, maybe an arcade or something to be able to heal up with. Speaking of arcades, wow, it's like I talk about them, I didn't even pay attention. Poke's found one in the room that he's in. Alright, new pills. Wiki's gonna hang on to this for a little bit later in case that becomes a full health pill once he gets down to 1 heart. Very lucky Peep didn't move that bomb as he also gets into his secret room. Plenty of extra money and may do some gambling here. See, it's gonna be stuck in everybody's head now, isn't it? Mention Motley Crue and it's like, dang it, now I got girls, 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 and Kickstart My Heart in my head. Damn it. The Motley Crue is freaking awesome. I'm a child of the 80s, so I can't help but actually like him. So let's see, fire rate increase for Zwiki. He's going to take those other pills still with him, so he's going to fire out his tears faster now. Which again, never going to argue that at any point. Casper, see what I mean? Yes, it could be worse. Again, really good unicorn horn usage. I don't like these rooms myself, so Zwiki getting right on through with no damage taken. And Obi keep moving on along here. I'm guessing that may be the correct way. I've said this twice tonight and been wrong both times, so I hope I didn't just curse you. But we'll find out momentarily. And Poke doing a good job to get through there. Oh, Caves 2. What do we always say, even though it hasn't really been too true this week? But what do we always say, guys, if it's Caves 2? The store has greed. Again, not really incredibly true, mind you, but it's been happening a lot in the races the past few weeks. It's just been the past few weeks, though, and it is random. It's a very low chance. Well, as usual, Breed showing up here, so Poke can't spend any of that money, and has to clear himself out of mini-boss fight. I was right. Zwiki found his boss fight. My internal compass turned on. Anybody want a raise? Yeah, Unicorn Horn is 6-room recharge, correct. Sorry, I should have pointed that out, too. Anyways, not too terrible with a somewhat early on Steam sale. Half off or anything now from any store for Pokedude with that Steam sale. But moving on into the boss fight here on Womb 1, Zwiki's going to face Headless Horseman. Again, no charge on that Unicorn Horn, but he'll wind up with a choice again here. Do you want flying and plus movement speed, or do you want that Unicorn Horn? I might take the flying. That's a tough call, but wow, that's, man, I don't know what to do. Zwiki's probably going to take flying here, would be my guess. These are always tough decisions. That's why I love this game, is now you got to think about this. Maybe he doesn't want the speed. Nope, Zwiki going to leave it behind. So again, it's a tough call. Neither is wrong. Moving on down to his Womb 2, keeping the Unicorn Horn. Got that Eternal Heart. One more heart container for Zwiki. He's going to go fill this up with that heart in the center here. Alright, since Zwiki has a Polaroid, not going to pick up that half heart. Now he will. He could actually pick up both of them. And indeed, he's going to do that. So he won't full heal. He'll leave that half a heart missing so that if he gets down to just the half heart remaining, the Polaroid will enact and give him a 5-second invincibility shield. And this proves another point. Also, Poke down on the right side. Ouch to that one. But this proves another point if you guys were paying attention to Zwiki's. Those sloths shot into one of the red rocks at the top, and he got 2 soul hearts out of it. Meaning any rock in the womb. Excuse me, 1 per room. There's no indicators on it, but you have a chance that 1 per room can actually be an item rock. Uh-oh, Casper, the carry's on. Poke's getting the poop. I don't know, I'd watch out here. Again, the poop is a terrible item. You lay down a lump of poop on the ground that you can shoot out and possibly get an item out of it, but at very low percentage spawns. So again, good reset there. I'm being a real smart ass on this one, but I'd rather be a smart one than a dumb one, I always say. Casper, I'm sorry. Team poop. Assemble? We should have put that on the banned item list just so it could be re-rolled. Casper would have been a happy man. You could have at least started one of your other runs a little bit quicker. Alright, let's see. Bob's Curse, 5 bombs and poison effect on all of them, including enemy bombs. Though, keep in mind, you can't take damage poison over time. Or, excuse me, poison damage over time. Wow, at least I caught that dyslexia as I was saying it, but wow to that. Anyways, your character cannot take poison, so you never have to worry about the enemy bombs having poison on them. At least not yet. I'd worry about Rebirth. I know Edmund makes some troll and stuff happen. I could see that being the case in Rebirth. I'd really watch out for that. Nope, both can help you out. Shot speed increase helps out if you got stuff like Sacred Heart, for example. Your shots move pretty damn slow. You want some shot speed on that, so toothpicks actually become a halfway decent pickup at that point. Poop has actually, a video game freak, actually took it with him at one point this year. But the first time he used it in one of his rounds, he actually just got it in the item room, threw it down on the ground, knocked it out, and got an Eternal Heart out of it. So they can be useful. Not very often. They're pretty bad. But they have uses. So it's got that going for it, I guess you could say. It's not much, but it's got that going for it. So at least both have some advantages. They may not be much, but they're there. Alright, and coming across that Mom's Heart fight, plenty of heals laying around the floor just in case this room gets a little trolling against Zwiki. But again, gonna look to take a 1-0 lead. Yeah, this is why I hate Curse of Darkness, is I couldn't even tell you what Zwiki was looking at on that floor. That mini-map not showing up, especially in the womb, is just nasty. Alright, again, not gonna full heal because he wants to have that half a heart remaining just in case he takes a lot of damage here. But moving on in, looking, like I said, to take out Mom's Heart, getting himself a 1-0 lead is Zwiki22 on the left side. Well, that's a bit of a troll right there by that item box. Yeah, why does this always happen? So another trinket laying out in the room. Zwiki's gonna have to avoid that while he's dodging shots and trying to lay damage down on the boss, because he doesn't want to get stuck in the middle of the room picking that up while these enemies spawn here. And again, that's probably why we didn't get the bomb placed on Zwiki's side just correctly, because that is in a really crappy spot for him. Because, yeah, even the double bomb technique doesn't really work so well. There we go. At least we're moving it somewhat out of the way. That's going to help. Now we got the timing just about right. Idlivs will stay out the rest of the time here for Zwiki. Again, he's putting a lot of damage down on it already. Looking very good. Plenty of bombs left. Not too much left to do. I'd say Chad's underrated. I love getting half hearts on the floor. Like, you can wind up taking more, you can call it stupid damage if you want to, but, you know, if you faceplant something, let's say you got two, half hearts sitting on the floor, you're going to get all that heal right back, and if you do something stupid, little Chad will make up for it to an extent. So I think, yeah, he's underrated. I'll agree. And just like that, though, working his magic with that little Chad. Zwiki22, excuse me, making that comeback victory there as he had died once before, but making the best of it. 1-0 lead on Zwiki's side. Very nicely done, sir. Excuse me, so on that note, he's going to look for a 2-0 win here momentarily. Poke going to look to even this up and force a game 3, but we'll get both of these guys reset as you see Poke doing already. Zwiki going to do the same. Get you a link into both of their channels here really quick. And going and wishing both good luck for round number 2. We'll be right back in about 2 minutes after they get all set up for that, and we'll get that underway. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back with you. Go meet Zwiki and Poke in the meantime. Alrighty, so we're back. We're clear for round number 2. We flip this on over, and again, you see Zwiki22 with a 1-0 lead right now for Pokedude97. And again, we'll get round number 2 started up momentarily here, where again, we're going to race through the womb too. So we're going to look to kill off Mom's Heart. Same rules apply, same 7 banned items all still, all still in play here. So, if you guys happen to be around and you can both hear me and you're both ready to go, if you want to fire some shots around the room, that'll let me know. And I'll do your countdown for you momentarily. I'll get you guys all linked into both of their channels so you can go wish them both good luck. Click that on in there. There we go. Now what's up, 17? How you doing, man? Looks like Zwiki's good to go. I saw Poke firing already, but there's the actual fire rate to let me know that he's good to go. So let me get this countdown going. And good luck to you guys in 3, 2, 1. Whenever you hear that, feel free to take off. And again, best of luck to you guys. Zwiki will look for a 2-0 win here. Poke gonna look to tie this up 1 apiece, force a game 3. So again, best of luck. They'll race through the womb too. Poke first to find an item again, and it's another banned item. Rerolls the Dead Sea Scrolls in this case into a best friend bomb, which he wants no part of. So reset on his side. Dead Sea Scrolls banned because they can give you usages of 2 other banned items in the league, which are the Shovel and the Bible. Shovel could get you down to the next floor every time you get the usage of it. Bible, if you use that, believe it or not, in Mom's Foot or Mom's Heart could one-hit kill her. So we banned that item just because of that. Nothing good out of the reroll either, sadly, for Poke, so he's resetting a few times. We got Zwiki with Crack the Sky, so if you've seen Conquest, you know what this item does. It's going to bring down a few random beams of light out of the sky to damage anything to make contact with them. And Pinky Eye now is a trinket also for Zwiki, gives him a chance that you fire out a poison tier randomly. And yep, why can't I think of words? Rebirth is going to come out sometime early next year. Basically, all that's been said is first quarter, so there's no specific release date yet, sadly. But that's also going to kind of relate to, real quick, everybody say, to Famine if you would. Real quick though, the Rebirth release date is going to be kind of dependent on when we do the signups and next season for that matter. So we got really no information on that yet until we know a release date on Rebirth. I can't really do too much as far as next season goes, but we'll get all the information up on BOILeR.org as soon as we can for that. Also, you guys are going to want to practice. There's going to be public signups for next season again, and as long as you meet the requirements, you can get into the play-in tournament. If you win in the play-in tournament, you're in. And again, there's not many requirements, so all you got to do is get your practice in and get those wins in the play-in tournament. It's all it takes, and you can compete in this next year. So it's going to be open for absolutely everybody. Got to use Rebirth, though. So it's going to be a real quick learning process. We're going to make it a little bit of a challenge just for that next year. And again, speaking of getting hype, haven't said anything yet, and we will soon, but be real prepared for a lot more hype next season. Let's just say that. Gonna leave you guys salivating to find out what I'm talking about there, but yeah, it's there's something big brewing. Alright, Bob's Rotten Head one time throwing Poison Bomb for Zwiki. You see he's gonna do that to get out the other side of this, and got himself into a store free of charge, though really wishes he found money now, as he really wants 10 more cents to get that compass if he can. There's 2 of them, he only needs 8 now, but there's not a lot of rooms left to clear. And that's gonna make it tougher to grab money if he takes this. Yeah, ooh, actually a reset, I'll be damned. So going all the way back to the beginning actually on both sides now. So both going to start this run back over. Pretend like nothing happened. Oh god, no, we're keeping it at 32 next season. I'm not increasing how many people are getting in. That would be ridiculous. Why did he reset? He wasn't too happy with what he got. He wanted an actual item and not something he was going to leave behind there. Ooh, and speaking of lust, how about Super Lust? Ooh, you are an ugly, ugly, ugly bastard. I don't think bastard's even the right term, but you get the idea. Anyways, Loki's Horns now to start off Zwiki's new run. He's got a fire rate increase, and that'll also fire out shots in 4 directions, up, down, left, and right for you from time to time, as you just saw right there. Alright, everybody's favorite item, the toothpicks. So we finally get to explain this one. So again, Poke finding yet another banned item, this time getting to reroll it into something good in Little Gish. So that'll fire out Tartiers from behind him, that'll slow down movement speed and shot speed of enemies that inflicts, just like that meat in the center there. I call them tomatoes, but whatever, it's meat, real honest. Anyways, so like I was saying, Toothpick showed up for him. That item's only banned because to get a banned item, or to be able to reroll, the item has to be banned, right? So we put it on the ban list. That's the only exception on there, which you can pick up if you want it. It's only a little bit of a shot speed increase, though, so your shots will travel faster on screen. Poke wanted no part of that. Rerolled it, got, like I said, a much better item out of it, so that's the exact reason we put it on the list right there. Alright, well placed bomb there by Zwiki. He's going to take out most of the damage off of Duke of Flies. A couple more enemies to kill off. He'll be on down to his caves right after this. And unless... Nope, I was going to say unless we get the... oh, actually, that could still work for him. It didn't in this case. But again, unless we got a key or a way to teleport into that item room, there was nothing else Zwiki could do. So he's heading on down without that second item this time onto his caves. So kind of like the same thing that happened to him last time after... excuse me, before his reset, I should say. No choice this time, though. He's going to keep moving on. Yep, correct, Deep. So, let me get you a list here. If I could spell. I really have to put that on copy-paste somewhere. Anyways, there's a list in chat for you. So, you can reroll any of those 7 items, only those 7. And again, the only item out of that you can ever pick up is the Toothpicks, which we saw Poke take a chance on and reroll. Got Little Gish out of it. But those are the only 7 that you can actually reroll. Everything else is take it or leave it. Yeah, absolutely Cobalt's allowed back in next year. Absolutely it would be. Anybody that makes it into the playoffs gets an automatic invite next year, so 12 spots could automatically be taken up out of the 32 for next season. It's all a matter of if they want to come back, if they want to spend the time playing, if they want to play Rebirth, if they're going to get it for that matter. I know at least most of them are probably going to come back, but you never know. Real life gets in the way. But yes, he's got his invite already secured for next season if he wants it. Ooh, how about double telepills out of that curse room? So Zwiki into a secret room, still no keys. But he'll keep working on along here, looking for that. And again, back up by his item room is that boss fight as well. Let's see if he can't. There we go. I was going to say if he can't line this up, and he already did for that matter, where he could get into the chest in the center. I didn't see the one at the bottom already had blown open. Speaking of keys, Poke coming across one. There we go. Zwiki got exactly what he needed. So he'll head right back up to the top side of the map here. Alright, so you can see that dead bird over on Zwiki's side. Every time you get hit, that'll pop out and proceed to attempt to do damage to anything, if it's smart enough, which this one apparently is not, so Zwiki seems to have the stupid version tonight. But again, it's not really the smartest thing on the face of the earth. It'll try to damage anything, though, and there we go. Now it's actually trying to put some work in. So again, not the greatest damage, but it's a little something extra if you do get hit. At least we got an arcade, though. Zwiki gonna get cornered in there. No such luck, so he's all the way back down to start. Okay, first off, Arcane, stop spreading false information. Secondly, then you owe Slackaholic something. Oh, and me. Oh, and all the other people that beat him this year within matches, so yeah. You owe a lot of people a lot. Just gonna put that out there. Alright, Scapular on Zwiki's side. That's going to wind up being a reset. Yeah, Labyrinth you definitely don't want. Alright, so that distant admiration attack fly, which, by the way, doesn't go so distantly away from you. Gonna float around Zwiki. You're gonna do some damage to, to Gemini. Wow, I can speak tonight. So as Gemini gets close, that red fly will do some pretty decent damage, kind of like the other attack fly, Forever Alone, that we'd seen a few times tonight. There you go, right as he keeps it in line. Whew, how did you not get hit there? Anyway, Squeezy, fire rate increased, 2 soul hearts. Zwiki will be on down to his second floor. Poke working along with a golden key here, so anything locked from here on out that he comes across might as well go through. Holding on to a Sun card, which is 3 usage. 3 usages. Wow, I really can't talk this evening. Excuse me. Full map and compass reveal. Full red hearts heal. And also, I believe it's 100 damage actually to everything in the room. It's ridiculously overpowered. And Poke with his boss fight for Caves 1, gonna wind up with a cube of meat after he takes out Pestilence. And that'll be our first orbital here of the night, or of this round, I should say. So that'll block shots for him, also damage everything for about double your base damage tiers. It's 7 damage apiece. Alright, once again, that unicorn horn showing up for the second item on Zwiki's side. That'll be an early replacement of your D6. Thinking about those pills, wound up with some tier 8 down, so no thanks to your other one. He'll head right on over for his boss fight. Excuse me again for the hiccups. Wow, I can't stop these. Alright, ripping on through his Duke of Flies really quickly. A little bit more health for Zwiki, and he'll be on down to his caves. So 1 floor behind Poke. Maybe we'll see if this isn't another, and it is, XL floor, Curse of the Labyrinth. Sorry, try to hold my breath again while I'm talking. Curse of the Labyrinth for Zwiki. Gonna give him 2 item rooms, 2 back-to-back boss fights, and again, make this kind of confusing to tell you who's in the lead, though again, Poke just went down to his caves too. So he's only got the 1 more item room, 1 more boss fight to go through for the caves. So again, we'll give a slight advantage on his side at the moment. It's all about timing, though, as we got 1 of the item rooms already on Zwiki's side. No keys have shown up yet, though. Oh, wow, the Lard showing up again for Poke. So, decision time again. Do you want the extra health, or do you want... Yeah, he's going to pass on it yet again. So, extra health, always nice, but that adds a lot of size and speed down on your character as well. So, Poke going to leave it behind in this case yet again. Oh god, that thing spawned. So, notice those purple homing shots. Caves XL and that thing spawned already. That is a nasty champion enemy on Zwiki's side. Again, especially that early on. Ugh. Alright, super lust yet again, so... Oh, to look on this thing. There's Little Gish actually slowing it down. This actually makes this fight trivial on Poke's side. If Little Gish keeps enacting, this is a joke. Yeah, Lust may want hugs, but she's a little too slow. God, that fight seriously is a joke when you got slowdown effect on her. Ooh, and Yum Heart, so that'll heal Poke up for at least 1 full red heart right here. Question is, do you keep it with you for the heals? In this case, he will, so D6 is going to get left behind. Yep, blue hearts, which again, you don't see any at the moment here, are temporary. So the way we always explain this, if you've ever played Minecraft, think of it this way. Basically, the red hearts are your character's like normal health. You can always replenish that, like Zelda style, by picking up other red hearts to fill those containers. Blue hearts, think about like armor within Minecraft. Once it's gone, type of thing. Alright, Poke finding that boss fight, so he'll be able to finish off his caves momentarily here. And Zwiki's still looking for a second item room. Maybe those 2... Well, okay, found those 2 back-to-back boss fights very quickly. So as I was saying, one of the things he was looking for... Come on, move over. There we go. Gets to clear that entire room with his Chariot card. Hello World card. He's thinking about it here to find that second item room, but looks like Zwiki gonna hang on to it for the time being. He'll fight his 2 back-to-back bosses. So again, 1 room separating these 2 at the moment. Mind you, it is a boss fight, so Zwiki's got a long room ahead of him, but just the 1 room separates these 2. What's up, Ninja? How you doing today? Do I still enjoy casting these? Believe it or not, yes. I gotta say, give or take, by the time we got to week 14, where we got that week off, I was a little burnt out. So I think next year we're gonna plan slightly more accordingly. And I may give myself an extra week off somewhere in there where we do another charity marathon or, you know, like public races, things of that nature. But we'll figure out something cool for that. You know, do like a pro-am, if you will, where you actually get to race against the BOILeR racers, things that, you know, something. We'll figure it out. But I was pretty burnt out going into that week off. I'll say that. And that week off really re-energized me. So with that, I would say no, I'm not bored of it. I was getting to the point of flat-out exhaustion with it before, though. But nowhere near as bad now. That week off really re-energized me, and quite honestly, it was ridiculous seeing how much money we raised. That put a severe, you know, like, boot to my ass, if you will, and really kind of kicked me into gear, like, wow, that's, you know, being as insanely awesome as that was, how can you not be pumped from then on out? But yeah, I figure next year we'll do something, you know, kind of different where it gives me a little bit more time off, and at the same time still keeps everybody involved and still keeps the hype going for the league itself. So we'll figure out a good way to, you know, to actually do something cool next year. But I want to take at least one more week off as opposed to the one that we took this year. So let's see, one keeping meat, same thing that you saw on Poke's side showing up for Zwiki. He's going to backtrack and... let's see, are there hearts out anywhere? No, there aren't. He's probably looking for that item room as he's down to just the one heart, but has finished off both of his boss fights here on the caves. And yes, indeed, going to go look for that item room. So now the real joy is staying away from that champion enemy, because that would have actually killed Zwiki had it hit him. Yeah, 28k next time. We got this thing, guys. We got it. And again, Pokeon down to the depths 1, so advantage on Poke's side at the moment time-wise. Also, build-wise, is he's still holding on to that Sun card, so full heal, full map, and compass reveal waiting for him. Alright, Mom's Heals, a little bit of range up for Zwiki. Again, sadly, did not get to see what Poke grabbed himself there in Depths 1. And once again, even though it's not technically Caves 2, I guess technically speaking it is. So walking into his store, we find Greed yet again in a Caves XL store. That almost wasn't, or was pretty well written in stone, but getting the Steam sale half off of anything in stores from here on out for Zwiki. He's got everything else cleared. Ah, there it is. Now I see it floating behind Poke. I couldn't see it before. Relic. Hello. So every 4 rooms, Poke is going to get a blue heart spawn for him out of that relic. Couldn't even see it in the last room. Wow. So that was hidden underneath Gish, and I paid no attention. So now it's easy to see. Alright, so Necropolis, the expansion version of the floor, means Zwiki wants no part of dealing with extra rooms here, and he's just going to use that world card, head straight to the left, and be right on over to his item room. Probably shouldn't have said right, but you get the idea. Going to be directly on over to his item room. Excuse me again, sorry about that. So evening us up pretty well here after he gets to this. Poke with no bomb can't get to that Judgy, sadly. He's got plenty of money for him, too. Very well-placed bomb there on Zwiki's side, and again, that's why bombs come in so handy in this game. That'll pretty much one-hit any type... well, actually, I think it will one-hit any mini-enemy. Now that I put that into thought, that's 40 damage it does, so it's pretty much going to one-hit everything. Both sides now a Charm of the Vampire. You get a chance that if you kill off something, you get a half a heart heal. Again, that's a red heart every time. So this and one more room to clear. We'll get on over to Zwiki's Steps 1 boss fight. Again, still no bombs. Poke can't get into that red chest either. See, 2 of diamonds doubling up that money, so Zwiki up to 32 cents now. That's Eve's Dead Bird Foot. That gives you a random chance that as you take damage, just like Eve's Dead Bird, that would pop out and try to damage enemies in the room. And now the fun part. Getting through these spike traps. I hate these rooms. Let's see, with so much money in that store up there, let alone his 50% off, Zwiki gonna clear out 2 more rooms, head up to the store, looks like. Yeah, try to hit enemies. Try. Yeah, exactly. And Any mods around by chance? If maybe want to do something, that'd be cool. Alright, so on into that store. Nothing much to actually grab. So Zwiki, I was going to say, I don't know why he's going to leave the bomb behind. He's only got one, but there we go. Going to go buy that as well. Also picked up Mom's purse for the second straight run, so he'll have 2 trinket spots to be able to fill up. Meaning at the end of the next floor, when he picks up his Polaroid, he'll still be able to keep the rusted key and still have more chance of key spawns. Blah, that was hard to say. So doing a little bit of gambling, still hoping for some heals. Making a lot more money back, come on. I swear this game is just like, oh wait, you're sitting on like 20 cents? Here, let me keep giving you more money. No, not what I want. Alright, still no hearts. At least we're getting extra bombs out of this. Come on, give him a red heart. That's all the man wants. Jeez. So he's going to move on with that 10 cents, hoping for something in the next floor store as well. And Zwiki will keep moving on here over towards this boss fight again. Now the fun part, like I said, trying to make those trigger. Yeah, see, that's the problem. I always get hit by those. Oh, speaking of getting hit by things, how about the bloat? Whoa. Especially 1.5 hearts, thanks to this fight. So Zwiki's just going to keep moving around with that unicorn horn, hoping to do as much damage as he can. Very nicely done. And just about down at the end of this bloat fight already. That's why the unicorn horn is so darn effective. Making you invincible, you don't take damage from the blood on the ground, those eyes floating around, or any shots from this enemy, the bloat, who is just brutal. So nicely done fight here. A little bit of health up, a little bit of a heal. Shot speed increase as well for Zwiki, and a god room. Oh, in which, well, there's a full heal, but much more importantly, that Sacred Heart's not just a full heal, guys. Watch his shots. Well, when he finds enemies, watch his shots. Wait for it, wait for it. Okay, now watch his shots. Homing effect on these. They also do a lot more damage. Not quite Polyphemus damage, but again, you get that homing ability on them as well, let alone a full heal coming out of it. So, hello, Sacred Heart for Zwiki. Uh-oh. That's trouble for Poke. Who again is still looking for that boss fight to finish off Depths 1 here. Still holding on to that Yum Heart so he can get a full 1 heart heal out of this if he wants to, let alone that full heal and map and compass reveal from his, from his Sun card. Alright, and again, with plenty of money, Poke found his store, figured out what the heck, gotta try it. No such luck, though. Again, did get his small rock recently, too. So, damage up, fire rate increase, 1 movement speed down. Alright, Infestation. Now, if Zwiki gets hit, he's gonna spawn 1 attack fly, or 1 or 2, actually, I think. I kind of forget. I think there's a chance for 2, but it's been a long time since I've used this. This is what happens when you don't play the game for a while. You forget specifics. Wow, 15 cents off of 1 slot machine play? What? What? Zwiki, go to the casino tonight, dude. If you are, you should be old enough. If you're old enough, go to the casino, Zwiki. You just, what the, he just multiplied his money by 15 by gambling there. You need to go to a casino, my friend. And just 1 more coin, just 15 more coins, just 15 more coins. Alright, a little bit of a heal, 1 more bomb. Penny's kind of unnecessary, also kind of out of reach. Ooh, nicely done, actually, I'll be damned. I wouldn't have taken the chance for that 1 extra penny, but Zwiki wants his 15 cents for the store. And again, he'll be moving on along here. That Sacred Heart could have put in some serious damage work for him now. And again, Poke onto his Depths 1 boss fight. Let's see those Mr. Cools if you're sub to Cobalt. Because we got everybody's favorite Loki. Yeah, that petty pitcher. And moving right on over, finding his boss fight on the right side of this hallway is Zwiki. So keeping this advantage going on his side here. As soon as this shopkeep is out of the way, let alone that one extra fly, which he doesn't have to kill, but is going to anyways, Zwiki will head right on in, find himself Mom's Foot, and in this case get the easiest version, Red Mom. So in this case, because he's going to stand down by the door, let that attack fly and his cube of meat do the work for him. She's going to slap her arm out. Unless he moves like that, she'll slap her arm out repeatedly, very quickly. She would do the same with her foot, and he saw the doors open. That's all there is to that fight. And again, because of Mom's purse has 2 trinket spots, grabs that Polaroid along with his rusted key, heads down to the womb. And we got ourselves a loading screen. Uh-oh. And moved itself over a little slightly. That's usually indicative that it's not going to give me an XL floor, but we'll see what happens. It did. I'll be damned. Zwiki and his XL floors tonight. Holy crap. So another XL, a womb version, so regular, non-expansion version of this. 2 back-to-back boss fights to find. Again, no item rooms, no stores down here, so this could either really help out timing-wise for Zwiki or really hinder him depending on the size of this floor. And like I was saying, there's an easy way to make this go even faster. Teleporting, ladies and gentlemen. Teleporting. Yeah. Enough said. Into the first of 2 boss fights here for Zwiki. He's going to fight Skull-X. Already good halfway through this. Good lord. Yeah, I'm about out of words for that one. That is an official Zwiki port, ladies and gentlemen. So, a little bit of rage increase. He'll head on... Oh, went the wrong way. I was going to say he'll head on hoping for the best here. And double gluttony, not exactly the best he was hoping for. So he'll try to take out super gluttony and regular gluttony real quick. And then he's going to have one more boss fight to take care of with Mom's Foot. Now knowing the correct way to walk, I was going to say there's a chance he picks the wrong direction here. But he'll get a heal out of this in the first place. He's happy enough with that. Walking up to the top, and one more room to take out for Zwiki now. That was a teleport, ladies and gentlemen. Again, didn't actually save himself all that many rooms of clearing. He was headed the right way, and if he would have broken to the left after going down one more room, Zwiki would have been right on over to this anyways, from the looks of things. So that's kind of interesting. As he gets a kill, you saw Charm of the Vampire heal him for half a heart. But again, already halfway through Mom's heart here. Yeah, Zwiki port. Copyrighted. Patent pending, patent pending, patent pending. Poke's just like, well, yeah, that's the thing that's going on over on the